hanging out here with Peter Brittain. Take two, we were a little too close for the speaker the first time, and we started hearing more about what was on there than what was going on with Peter Brittain. His car, of course, is here at the DTD booth. They just finished an autograph session. So how you doing?
We're doing good, man. You know, it was good to sign some autographs for some fans, and it's you kind of know race season's getting closer once this show comes around. So yeah, it was fun, and it's always fun hanging out with the DTD boys and everyone that was here. You know, so
they are fun, aren't they?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You gotta have fun. So yeah, no, everything's good. Yep.
Exactly. I understand this car here. Is that the car from Super Dirt Week last year? I almost said Syracuse.
Yeah, so yeah, this isn't a new car actually. It's we actually unveiled it at Dirt Week last year, and then ran Dirt Week, Eastern States, and Volusia this year with it.
Okay.
And somehow, by some miracle, it still actually looks pretty damn good.
It actually does. It doesn't look like that far off from a show car, as you can see, guys.
Yeah,
no big tire marks on it or crumpled panels.
I don't know how that happened. Must be a miracle. Yeah.
So what are we going to do with this car this year then?
This car itself, so this is going to be our car that we start off the year with, and then we'll kind of get through the early part of the season. I really try not to, like start of the year, tracks will be a little rough and stuff, so like you really, you don't want to, ideally at least you don't want to bring out a new car and beat the crap out of it basically at that point. So like I've already got this car, it's already raced, it's been proven that it's been a good car too, it's been quick, so we'll run this car for a while, and you can kind of get to that point where it gets enough laps on it where you sell it off and bring on another one.
Okay. What is that mark? Because I know like with the big blocks it does tend to stress welds and things like that. How much can you get out of a car realistically?
It depends, really everyone's got different ideas on it, but like we have a program ourselves where we just hit a certain amount of laps, and because I don't want to, like my aim is to have good used cars to sell to people basically.
Yeah, because you want to be able to move those, and if you sell beat up cars, the word gets around.
Yeah, so I want to have a reputation that, hey, if you buy one of my cars, like you're still buying a piece that's got time left on it, so I take a lot of pride in building a good race car. We work pretty closely with a number of the parts manufacturers, so we always build the best car that we can build, and yeah, like I said, we kind of just we hit that point, and then moving on, it's a good car for somebody else, then I can get into a new car and try and keep our stuff fresh, because you just, whenever you run a series, especially you're trying to compete with like the Buzz Chews of the world,
right.
The HBRs, Shepard and his program, everybody, if you really want to compete with them, you got to kind of keep coming with fresh equipment, you know, and so that's what we try and do.
Okay. How was Florida?
Florida was hit and miss. The all-tech stuff, I just don't do that racing a lot, the short track Super Series stuff, and for whatever reason, we just can't seem to hit on something that really just feels comfortable that you can go out.
The tire and engine combination kind of?
Yeah, like I know with my Hoosier program, I can somewhat, anywhere I go, I feel like I'm in the ballpark to begin with, but I feel like the Deo stuff, because I don't do it a lot, I'm always trying to find that baseline. So
gotcha.
We're a little hit and miss down there. Didn't run as good as I wanted to, but we had a couple of top 10 nights. So, I guess all in all, it wasn't horrendous. It just wasn't what I was looking for necessarily. Okay. But then Volusia started off really well. First night, felt like we had probably one of the better cars I've ever had down there. We kind of fell into that trap the first night where it felt really, really good, that didn't want to make any changes for the feature because you kind of get scared you're going to screw it up a little bit, and then at the end of the day we probably should have made a couple of changes for the feature, so I think we started 4th, ended up 6th, but either way it was a good, when you've got a good car underneath you, and then unfortunately we had a couple motor issues, and then the rest of the week just kind of went the way it went,
Gotcha.
So which was disappointing because I knew I had a really good car, but we've all been around this game long enough to know that when it's your time to have some issues, it's your time.
That's true. I know you missed about a month last year with the finger issues. It was a shop injury, I think is what you told me, right?
Yeah, just unfortunately, just one of them bonehead moments where I probably wasn't paying enough attention to what I was doing, and a lot of things on my mind, and just made a mistake, hurt myself, and paid the price.
Okay, and how is it now?
It's good, it's, as you can tell, it's not like 100% perfect, but it looks like it's been injured, but
it does. I just noticed that when you held it up. Hold it up again there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I cut through the tendon, so I had to get surgery to get it repaired, and just honestly, the injury itself wasn't as bad as recovering from the surgery, because I raced the very next day after I did it, and kept racing for about a week and a half, and then had the surgery, and then tried to race, and just realized that I just couldn't do it.
You got to think long term.
Yeah,
sure.
and the problem, like you said, you want to be out for as short a period as possible. So you take the chance. If I kept trying to push through it, take the chance of maybe just exaggerating the injury and just continually making your path hard. So it was a hard decision to make, but made the decision to sit out for a month and a little bit, and let it at least get to the point where I felt comfortable that I wasn't going to get hurt again. And still the rest of the year had to race a little bit handicapped. But at least we were able to do that, and I didn't re-injure it, and I feel pretty good now. So it's probably never going to be 100%, but it's at least functionable, and just at this point, just keep going.
When's your next race?
We're going to be hitting up Port Royal
next weekend.
Assuming everything goes weather-wise, whatever. And then I think the next one after that will be New Egypt for the Super Dirt Series once again. And, all these early season races, you know the deal. It's
you don't know.
Very hit and miss. All you can do is just get your car ready, and if they race, they race. If they don't, you stay home.
Yeah, and Georgetown's running. I'm surprised the track looks as good as it does with all the rain they had. So
it's like I said, it's definitely very hit and miss whether they can get that stuff in. And, they obviously found a window where they can get it. And
the sun's out right now. It's awesome.
Yeah,
there it is right there. So it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
I wish I was there.
There you go. Good to see you, Peter. Good luck with everything, and we'll see you Saturday nights at Canandaigua, right?
Thank you very much.
Good job, man.
We'll be there with the Pepsi's back on board, as you can see here. So we'll be at Canandaigua, we'll be at Albany Fridays, and the whole Super Dirt Series. So kind of like status quo, same as normal.
So we'll have many Pepsis in Victory Lane this year.
Yep, we'll have some Pepsis and a couple of Captain and Pepsis to celebrate some wins.
There you go.
Yep.
Nice to see you again, Peter.
Thanks, Doug.